Hello, welcome to this short stream. Today we are going to discuss DMCA. Why? Well, I've been stricken, whatever, by these. Now the thing is that I disputed these, and they came back saying, nah, it's ours. Let me play you what's supposedly theirs. Hold on while I mute myself. Actually, wait, should I? That will give YouTube a match opportunity again. Actually, no, fuck it. Here, have a listen to what they supposedly say is theirs. What am I not understanding, please? I can see the words. Passing argument 1 from incompatible pointer type. Yes, but it doesn't actually translate to. That's what they claim is theirs. Whoever these people are. Now, the one that has actually been rejected, the appeal that is for the first one, which includes these assholes. Now, where do I begin with this? What makes you think you have any of the right to that content? What makes you think you have any right to that audio whatsoever? What makes you think you have any right to those samples? Let me set this straight for you. I made those samples through some code. That code made said samples from MIDI files. Did you make said MIDI files? No. No. Why do you claim it's yours? I don't know. Because you wanna be a fucking asshole and abuse the DMCA system because it's so fucking broken? Sure, because it's appealing, because it's... Yeah. The thing is that for the strikers, there are no slaps on the wrists for abusing the system. I get slaps on the wrist if I supposedly abuse the system with them abusing it against me. Why aren't they getting limited claims? Why aren't they getting a slap on the wrist after X amount of appealed claims? Why isn't it set up that way in the beginning? I could tell you why, and I will sort of hint at why, and I will sort of lead it to you. Now, who would set up a big standard corporations, a big standard, well, entity for keeping track of what's what and who is whose? Well, you would obviously need to have some kind of influence, and to need influence, you Yeah, well, you need money. And who has money in today's society and back in that society when DMCA was invented? Well, well, people like you and me, obviously, but let's just say that money gets to your head. It usually does in some kind of ways, I've noticed. With a field study of the world's famous people, one should say. Anyway, where was I? Well, the reason DMCA is set up as it is because it was set up by then rich people, because they were the only ones who could set it up, and intrinsically with that, the rules were written in a way so it favored the rich and their power use, their power, because they are the founding organization or something. They have the power to set the original rules, and they may seem okay and standard, but that's because it's biased in a direction. Everything is biased if you think about it. Even me, I'm biased right now. And if you think, if someone says they're unbiased, they're bullshitting you. You can never be unbiased. Just getting that out there. Anyway, we're gonna appeal this thing on stream because I like playing with fire. You must provide your contact information to the claimant. Well, this is fucking blah blah. One of two things can happen after your appeal, and this is what's fucked with DMCA. Claim will be released. This lets you use the copyrighted material in your video. It's not copyrighted in the first place, you fucking dongus. Video will be taken down. The claimant can ask us to remove your video from YouTube, and you'll end up with a copyright strike. Now let's learn more about that. If you get a copyright strike, that means your video has been taken down from YouTube because of copyright owner sent as a complete and valid legal request. How the fuck is what you just heard a legal request when it was single-handedly made by one entity or by one person? Answer me that without lying your teeth off. Please. Oh, I get sick of this. Let's check. You must agree to and include the following statement. I have good faith belief. I have a good faith belief. Should there be a comma there or what? This is broken. Or is this like law English? I have a good faith belief that the use of the material in the manner complained is not authorized by the copyright owner, its agent, or the law. Yeah, fucking hell I do. I made it. Someone else made it MIDI, not you. And if you claim you own it, I'm sorry, but you're stealing. You're using the DMCA system to literally steal money from people. I'm not monetizing my videos. There's a good reason for that, because I don't care about the money. And if you start to monetize my videos, then I take that as a full-on attack. And I'm sorry, But the DMCA system was written... Actually, when was the DMCA system made? 1998. It was put in effect at the dawn and infancy of the internet. It was put in fucking before... it was... I can't think of anything at the moment, I'm sorry, but... it's outdated, to say the least. Now, I'm no expert at DMCA. I don't claim I am. In fact, I don't even know if there's been any amendments to it. Also known as additions or changes. Anyway, the very fact it passed in effect in 1998 means that the laws were written around that time, right? So, actually, what did the internet look like back then? Also, like, actually, let's go to way back machine. Can you search back to a year? That would be cool. Let's go to Google. Oi. Yeah, Google was born late 98, it seems, by this thing. And just for a reference for you, RIP. Welcome to Google. Google search engine prototype might work some of the time for prototype that is much more up to date. Now, this is what internet looked like in 1998. Could they foresee back then that internet would be as big as it would be and that it would contain the speeds, or well, supply the speeds it has the capability to do today? Hell no. Hell fucking no. I mean, back then, what you could dream at, or dream for, at a university was to get a like 5 or 10 meg connection. Megabit. At home you got 33, or like 54, or 50, no, I won't. Slow AF. And here we sit in 2017, we have literally hundreds of megabytes in, well, hundreds of megabits in internet speed to most of the world. And that changes the way digital information is transferred. Now the thing with digital information is that it's ambiguous. It's any kind of, what I'm getting at here is that any kind of information can almost certainly be transferred into bits, into ones and zeros, be shunted over the internet and reconstructed at the other end, given the providing the correct hardware. So I don't think they never foresee that you would be able to stream literal movies, that you will be able to literally like just ask a server to just douse you with data, and it will just shower you with data for hours and hours. That's you watching Netflix. It's insane the speeds we have today, and it's insane in what way we manipulate bits to transmutate data. And what I'm getting at here is that, well, anything can be transferred into bits, even objects. That's why we have 3D printers nowadays. My point is, they couldn't foresee the modern YouTube. They couldn't foresee that people would be sitting on this site and would have instant access to send claim after claim after claim after claim after claim. I never thought of that. Or did they unintentionally not worry about it? That's another debate, but nah. Point is, DMCA sucks. It's fucking broken the way it's set up, and it's, even if it were supposed to work perfectly, we'd all die anyway. Think of it, if DMCA worked perfectly, everything would be copyrighted. And you wouldn't be allowed to take anything else and create something new out of it unless you licensed it, because everyone would be greedy fucks, because let's get real, humans are greedy fucks, including me. We're all humans, we're all greedy fucks, we're all assholes sometimes, we're all happy sometimes, we're all fucking from the same race, so we tend to be quite like each other. And where was I going with that? I don't remember. Rip around. Dispute rejected. Claim has been reinstantiated. EMI of all companies? I thought you were good. I thought you wait. Didn't you claim my last one and then you accepted me rejecting that, but now you what? Scumbag fucking cold-blooded equations that are corporations. Yeah, now I remember what my main point was before, that I got very far from, somehow. And that was that I don't really know how to put it into words. I'm trying to go backwards on this page. What the fuck, this is scumbaggy AF. This is why are you so scumbag, Sony ATV. Anyway, my point was, sorry for keeping you on a cliff ledge, is that information ultimately wants to be free. AdRev, you fucking asshole, you fucking cunt, you I swear these assholes. These assholes has also hit dun 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 EEV blog. So yeah, that's fun. It's sad to see people are so willing to abuse a broken system when it's clearly broken. That's my point of view. And it's so sad that the system exists in the first place, even. Because information ultimately wants to be free, and information will be free. I mean, how hard is it for you to think up any song from some semi kind of popular artist? Type that into the Google and add download after it, and voila, there's your MP3. How easy is it to get copyrighted content for free today? Actually, let's do a fucking random song here. Let's be a player. Random song picker. That sounds no. Broken. Let's be illegal real quick. As soon as we find a random sample song. That's not really gonna happen. Popular artists. Rihanna, yeah, let's pirate Rihanna. I'm probably gonna get shit for that last one. Rihanna songs. Let's see what songs she has. Look, Google is not is literally helping me find an artist, literally listing it for me here in a nice and convenient way. And then I can be like, oh, I want that one. Add word download. Choose the first option. Hit download. Do you see how easy it is to be? My point is that it's mute. It doesn't matter. The DMCA doesn't have any power, yet it's enforced. Look, here is the... It's stupid. That took me less than... Yes. See? That took me less than like... What was it? A minute. And I didn't even try. I only used one tool. It's stupid, it's idiotic, it's... Yeah. I don't have any more insulting words to use. Just no... To me, there's no logic to it, because it will let... There's no... There's words. There's no reason to enforce the DMCA Act because, as I said before, information will always be free, and information wants to be free. So it only takes one human being to just rip the content, and make it available on the internet, and it's available for everyone. Because I'm sorry, it's not 1998 anymore. The day has the world has changed. Internet has changed. It's a much more connected place. Information can literally not die. If you've uploaded it, it's probably on the internet somewhere. Even if you deleted it off Facebook, even if you deleted it off Google, if you somehow could, even if you deleted off Tumblr, it's gonna be somewhere. And if not, it's still gonna be on Facebook, it's still gonna be on Tumblr, it's still gonna be there. Because you know what? They don't give you direct access to a file system. They give you an interface. They give you this window, this web browser with these fancy buttons and links. This is your interface. This is how you interact with their program. You don't have any direct access to the server. So when you delete something, they just make it invisible. It's still there. Information can't die. It's too valuable. Information will never die. Information can't die. Hopefully, the internet will never die. Oh yeah, this claim. Should we go for that? Or yeah. I gotta do this shit again. Why do they... No. Why is this a question? Why isn't there an equivalent question about video? Oh, it is the... No, because it mentions... Oh, music videos. Oh, okay. So there's one question about if your video is infringing or if your audio is infringing. I gotta get some kind of sighing sickness from doing this too much. Jesus. No, don't say. Stop sighing. Oh, rip. That's gonna write in all my information if I do that. Let's not. I am concerned. Why do they want my street address? Why do they need my street address? You don't need my street address, fuck off. Why do you need my city? What are you gonna do, arrest me? But what is this? This is stupid. This is beyond stupid. Why do I have to supply my physical location as a victim of a situation to... What? This is beyond retarded. I'll fake it, because I'm not gonna give them my fucking address. I'm not gonna give them my city. I'm not gonna give them my so-called state. I'm not gonna give them my zip. Why would you need that for a digital argument? Dickheads. Also, I know I'm in the right. Right. So I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want right now. Street address, go fuck yourself street. Let's choose offensive letter here. 9, why not? city, not your business, state, province, cunts, zip / postal code, we'll do a classic there. You originally disputed because you believe your video is original content and you own all of the rights to it. Please provide some context on how and where you produce your video. Okay, how I produce my video. How, sitting in my room in front of camera. Where? See above. P.S. You're all cunts. I believe that. I'm aware that there may be adverse legal consequences if I make a false allegation through this process. I understand that the personal contact information I provided above will be shared with the claimant and consequent to this disclosure. How nice. I understand that if my appeal is rejected by the claimant, why does the claimant have to review my rejection of your rejection? It's the same person. You're just gonna reject again. That's how humans work. I'm literally shaking. Okay, I understand that if my appeal is rejected by the claimant, which is bonk-ass retarded, my video will be removed and a copyright strike given to my account as the victim. If I receive 3 copyright strikes, my account may be terminated as the victim. You know why I'm the victim in this situation? Because there's no safety net for me. They have the safety nets. Their safety nets is not providing any safety nets for us. And having the rules set up in their favor from the start, it's bonk-ass retarded. Actually, I should add to that text box thing, which is like, describe how you made video. How, blah blah blah, where, blah blah. PS. Audio is made from MIDI player. I made MIDI player. Someone else, not you, made MIDI. PSS, you're all cunts. That should suffice. Can you tell I'm mad? Like generally like mad at the system? Change it to someone else and not you, maybe. Actually, I should add another PSS. PSSS. Returned. Nah. I had an idea, like a really offensive idea, but then just said poof and it was gone. Damn it. I wanna be maximum offensive at the moment, but it's not really easy when you know you're fucking with the legal system. Well, America's legal system. Because YouTube is based in America, and I think I can show this much at least. Oh, sitting in my room with sitting in a room in front of camera. Where is the above? PS audio stop. Audio is made from MIDI player. I made MIDI player, someone else, and not you made MIDI. Deal with it. PSS. Yes. Why? Why do I hit Control S all the time? Fuck my life. Ooh. Well, there you go. Yeah, nice postal code, right? What's the difference between the electronic signature and the full legal name? Oh, okay, so this top section I don't know what is shared with the companies, but looks like this top section here and maybe this gets sent to the companies. Probably to give more context. I should change that to what? PSSS. abusing a dead 1998 act is I think offensive. Let's be offensive. Offensive! Irregretful. Shouldn't call it dead, it's alive. I can't spell. There you go. PSSS. Abusing a malfunctioning 1998 act is fucking appalling. I think that suffices. Let's enter my full name, which I will keep for you for unknown reasons, to myself as well. I mean, you probably know it by just searching. And we shall claim the fucking shit out of this. Shit's gonna get rejected. Oh, let's get our first channel strike. Let's read through this. Appeal reinstated claim. Blah 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 blah. Appeal. Oh jeez, I fell asleep. Oh, I hit appeal apparently. Oh, rip. Well, there we go. So, the thing is that the way these cold-blooded calculating equation companies work is that they maximize profit, and to maximize profit you have to cut corners. And where was I going with this? Where was I going with cutting corners? I was going somewhere with it. God damn it, brain, why do you malfunction on me? Ugh. What's this? Come on, show me what you uh-huh. Do you really have to be like pixel perfect fucking comes well. Is this how many claims they make, like based on the popularity? Oh god. I saw that at the like edge of the screen, and the fucking melody just penetrated my entire head and just screamed. Jesus, why have I experienced that? Why did I experience that? I never experienced that before, Jesus. Oh. Maybe it's because the title is also the main line in the main chorus. No, what's the thing called? Like the repeating part in the song that comes around again. That is not changing. That has the same lyrics. Fuck. Not the verse. Inverse of verse. Shit. Yeah, that. Say that 10 times fast. Anyway. Yeah. So there's... Now you know my stance, mostly, on how I feel about information in general and how it should be treated. And it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting that it was... that the DMCA system was taken this far. It's fucking disgusting it was allowed to be taken this far. People are literally being butchered by a mob on YouTube with this system. Is that ethical? Is that ethical against people who earn their living of YouTube, who have kids? What if those were your kids and if you can feed them? Sucks for them. Yeah, I don't know. It just sucks that a cold-hearted, cold-blooded, calculating equation can just strike you like that. Like, oh, sorry, we just hit all of your videos and like 6 strikes or something. Ah, rip, you're fucked. And then that YouTuber, whoever that was, is not going to be able to operate unless they make a new account, but they're technically not allowed to, I think? And if they were a big YouTuber and they were actually living off of the ad rev, which I don't really believe anyone does anymore, but you would literally destroy people's lives. That's literally what these cold equations, cold companies, what they're doing. They're literally searching out the best way to get more profit. And in the way, well, it's managed to fuck over the most fucked of us. Okay, the ones with least money in the system. I mean, the thing with the internet and what the theory with it is that it's supposed to be internet. It's supposed to be open and free, and anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. Blah 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 blah. Start whatever they want, host whatever they want. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, sure, but money always equates to power in some way, and on the internet, money equates to servers, and server equates to more bandwidth and more, well, capacity, and that ultimately is going to be how you're going to survive. Because if the thing is that YouTube and like Reddit, they're so big right now that if they fail and there were to be like another bootleg Reddit or YouTube popping up like to replace it, that was like open sources or something, that was like hosted somewhere on a PC somewhere, because there's literally no money. It's a community project, and therefore they don't have the capacity, and therefore they don't have the bandwidth to supply videos or to supply interactions on Reddit, for example. And when, for example, if YouTube dies, loads of people are gonna want to continue to watch something that's sort of like YouTube, right? So they're all gonna go to this new service, and whoops, it crashed because it couldn't handle it, because it didn't have enough money to get good enough servers, because the big companies already bloated it so much that if it were to fail, and you'd have to start over from scratch, and you'd have to take the full brunt of the force. As you do that, there's no way to do it. It's literally somehow built itself. The system built itself in a way over the years so that it's very top heavy. It's very, very, very top heavy when it comes to money, and I'm not sure that's such a good social structure in the end. But that's some other thing. This is about DMCA shit. And the problem with keeping information hostage, which is essentially what DMCA is doing. DMCA, or, well, copyright, is holding information hostage. For example, you are not allowed to yes, you are not allowed to make a remix of Happy Birthday, because that's copyrighted. And technically, every time you sing Happy Birthday, you're infringing on there. Yeah, so-called their content. It's sickening what these guys think they own. But that's the horror of money, is that it makes you an awful person, and you don't see it yourself. And that's why we need to move to a free information world, so we can at least move to free world in the future where the is replaced with other good things, such as yeah, let's not get into that. This is that's way over scope. Way over scope. But yeah, copyright is holding information hostage, because when it's under copyright, you're not allowed to use that original information. Technically, I'm not allowed to take a song by deadmau5 and remix it because he copyrighted it, unless it's unless it's allowed and republished under his label. But that's a sort of monopoly, duopoly. How the fuck do you express a poly where everyone has the rights to theirs and only their things instead of all things? What would that be called? Anyway, it's a horrible world situation, because let's face it, if copyright were perfect, everything would be copyrighted, even the plastic bottle you're drinking water out of right now. And even the everything, literally everything would be copyrighted, and once everything's copyrighted, well, you can't use that prior blueprint to develop off of it, or yeah. So you're slowing down progress, you're slowing down the availability of the information, you're slowing down the availability of general knowledge for the product or service. You're slowing down you're literally worsening society and yourself in every way just to gain an extra buck. It's horrible. Now, there's gonna be a lot of people out there that's gonna not agree with this, saying that it protects the artists and it ensures that they get paid. Technically valid, but practically not. If you listen to music and you're a regular human being, at least according to my anecdotal evidence from when I went to school, you'll be listening to music from Spotify, and you'll be listening to it from Spotify Premium. Now, what does Spotify Premium entails? It entails that you give Spotify money, Spotify takes some of that money, and then Spotify takes some less of that money and gives it to the artist. So, no. To my knowledge, the majority of artists' income is not through sales of physical copies, or copies at all. It's mostly merchandise, to my knowledge. How would you search to look that up? Oh, maybe here. Maybe this will show shorts. Oh jeez. Could you not be like broken? Can't. Oh yeah, that works. So we have distributor / retailer, label, and then the artist. Wait, from what? Oh. Hmm. This is... Oh, 105 of those units? Ah. Yeah, I'm not getting any valuable information from that chart at the moment in a hunch like this, but to my more knowledge, most of what Artistis makes is actually from going to concerts and selling merch. So yeah, the knowledge of that you damage the original source by going around copyright, that's bullshit. If anything, you promote the original source because you'll experience the source, and if you like it, there's a good chance that your friends may also like it. Because we tend to collect around people that are like us and that kind of have our own interests. And, but hey, I won't say too much, but who knows if they're smart enough to realize such simple logical deduction. I'm mostly getting fed up with all of this because it's words. It is borderline maniacism. It's you can't. If you bring up DMCA today, like oh, we're gonna implement, like, okay, let's for example say that the world has been free of DMCA and it was never created, and now in 2015, let's say, some dude came up in Congress and said, hey, I wanted to implement this new thing called the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which allows people to claim rights and ownership to their respective work. Most of the people will say, oh yeah, that sounds great, tell us more. And that's when shit would start to get gritty. To be honest, I literally think that... Whoa. Shit. Moving too much here. I literally think that if the House or Senate or whatever fuck who makes this theoretical decision was modern enough, and not the households that are in there right now, if they would hear of us, they would be like, what the fuck are you smoking on? You're not putting up a safety net for the other side. You at least gotta pretend. You're not even pretending with the DMCA Act. It's not even fucking pretending. Anyway, I've been Michael, and I'll see you next time when I have a channel strike, because that's most certainly how this system is going to fucking work. And that fucking sucks. Breathe. Well, I said this was going to be a short stream. I somehow managed to ramble on about that piece of crap for an hour. It's been an hour-long stream at the fucking moment. I don't even know how. I don't even fucking... How? Yeah. I guess you can take it as I'm passionate about the subject. And I'm pissed. I mean, I'm pissed because it's happening to me. I mean, I would expect that it would eventually happen to me, but come the fuck on. Literally, MIDI files? I gotta stop going back. I'll just keep working up my heart rate. I'll get a heart attack before I stop the stream. Jesus. Anyway, I'll see you. Sorry for rambling, and I'll update you when either when the DMCA dies or when I die on YouTube, I guess. Hopefully the first one. The day DMCA dies, I will jump with joy. And I see you older people out there, and sorry for calling you old. I see you sitting there in front of your computer on the bus or whatever, and you're appalled at what I'm saying. Like, how dare you say such a thing at such a good system that protects fellow talented artists of our world. Well, yes, there's that. But then there's also the other side, that we for some reason, we like to cooperate. I mean, why would we build roads otherwise? Why would we build houses for other people? Why would we build infrastructure at all? We've been social and helping each other out for as long as we've existed. And that pretty much naturally goes into music too, because we've been making and playing music for God knows how long. Millennia. And they are having more, shall I say, words. Like cooperating, cooperating goes quite naturally into music because, I can't tell you because blah blah blah, but I could give you a coherent theory, and that's because we've been playing and making music for quite some time as a species, and we, to my hastily produced theory, it might have been used for procreation. Who knows? So yeah, we might have actually been gotten kind of good at music making in that way, which is an odd thought. But the main thought is here that we help each other in all times to make music. Like if you back in when we didn't even have when we lived in caves and you started to bonk on something, maybe someone else would join in with another rhythm and another else, and someone would condense it into, like, maybe 4 people are playing, and then like another person will come in and see that the pattern can be condensed, and then he'll condense it down to 2, which is now is playing complexly, and now 2 the two that are left over can do even more amazing things. It just builds, is what I'm saying. If you don't have any restriction on free communication and free information flow, you're going to have much, much greater rate of flow, growth, sorry. And you're going to have a more successful project or entity or whatever you're manipulating. So, yeah. And that's part of the reason why I think information wants to be free, because it just works better when we work together and information frees slowly. It just works better because everyone can get the whole story in the end, I guess. Yeah, that's what it's all about, getting the whole story. Anyway, we touched on quite a lot of subjects today. Sorry for ranting, sorry for rambling, sorry for taking 6 minutes to have a outro. Nearly 7 now. Yeah, goodbye. And I'll see you when I have a new strike, I guess.